Okay, the answer to your first question is how do you know that the moon is made of cheese? Isn't made of cheese? Have you been to the moon? No, you're going by what people have told you and what you've seen and what you've heard. Um, the point of the matter is that I believe the official version because it just makes sense. It doesn't take a rocket scientist or the NIST report to tell you that, of course, when planes hit a building, it's going to knock off fireproofing and take structural support columns out and cause a raging inferno. As to World Trade Center 7, we could see the towers falling into the south facade of World Trade Center 7. We have video evidence of the 10-story gash that extends 1/3 across the south facade and 1/4 into the interior of the building. We could see the raging infernos. So the official version is backed up by video evidence and photographic evidence. I believe what I see, and I see towers collapsing onto World Trade Center 7. I see the raging infernos. I see the 10-story gash. Now, as to the second question, I saw flashes. I saw fires. I didn't see explosions. I saw a fire as the building was collapsing, making it appear like an explosion as the fire was getting pushed out. It was clearly not an explosion. It was clearly the fire. Creating a visual illusion that made it appear to be an explosion. In reality, it was just the fires burning as the buildings came down. Those were just the fires from the jet fuel that lighted the secondary fires. So nothing mysterious there. Fires. That's it. Those are your flashes. But I have a question for you, or actually just a statement that I would like you to respond to. If it was a controlled demolition, then maybe you could explain the following glaring hole in your argument. Yes, I am going to a website. sorry, buddy. They conceal these facts on websites and books. So the J.L. Hudson in Detroit, the J.L. Hudson building in Detroit, Michigan is the tallest building ever raised, and it was 439 feet, or 26 stories. Now, World Trade Center 7 was 570 feet, or 47 stories, or 1.3 times the height of the J.L. Hudson. World Trade Centers 1 and 2 were 1,368 feet, or 110 stories, or 3.12 times the height of the J.L. Hudson. So, on 9/11, 3 buildings were raised with perfect precision. One was 131 feet taller than the record holder, and excuse me, and the other 2, minus cell phone antennas, were 929 feet taller than the record holder. Now, according to James Santoro of Controlled Demolition Incorporated, for them to bring down the Hudson building, and I quote, "It took us 24 days with 12 people doing nothing but loading explosives." Now, the constructions of the towers and the Hudson buildings were different, and the towers would have needed less explosives if they were the same height. However, the towers were much taller and had more columns to cut as a result. Even if they did have the same amount of columns, it would still have taken over 72 days with 12 people doing nothing but loading explosives, and that's just one building. So, really, that just proves that your controlled demolition theory stretches rationality way past the point of credulity. It's just impossible. One single building would have taken 72 days with 12 people doing nothing but loading explosives. Do you think that nobody's going to see that? Nobody's going to see people doing that in the most secure building in the world? The bomb-sniffing dogs aren't going to see that. What, do you think that people just walk into a building, start loading up 70 explosives every day for 72 days, 12 of them, for just one building? I mean, come on, it's a fantasy. You're living in a dream world. Wake up, okay? Peace out. Good luck, humanity.